There's a number of technologies that are kind of hard to explain, like our SIEM SOC solution. SIEM is, of course, an IT industry acronym. It stands for Security, Information, and Event Management. And the SOC portion is Security Operations Center, so it's basically technology and people. But what they basically do is they put their fingers into all of the systems that you use, your computer, your email system, your spam filter, your firewalls, all your devices, and it ingests all that log data and distills it down to things that we can take actionable items on. One of the ways that we saw this play out in the field, in the real world, we had a client that they had gotten phished. So they had gotten a phishing email from an attacker. They took the bait. It looked like an Office 365 password reset. They clicked the link, gave away their password. One of the popular ways of defending against this is using multi-factor authentication. They had that in place, thankfully. Usually that's where this whole thing would stop. But in this case, for whatever reason, the authentication came back positive. Normally, MFA would have stopped that, like I had mentioned. But in this case, it didn't, because we couldn't control the human factor. We couldn't stop people from being people and making mistakes, which we all do. But what we did have in place was an advanced SIEM SOC tool that was looking at the log data from all of these separate systems, and it saw two things. It saw first a password reset request come from Nigeria, and it saw a MFA response to that request from Madison, Wisconsin. It said, those two don't jive, we need to contact Elevity. And when under 10 minutes, we've got her account reset, locked down, and we've stopped an attack that under normal circumstances would have been under the radar and nobody would have known about it till weeks or months later when a crypto locker or ransomware attack was launched, and everyone would have been scratching their heads as to why. Because we had the right tools in place, we were able to thwart that one very quickly. When they're set up properly and you have the right team behind you, you can thwart a lot of these really big, nasty attacks that are out there.